Welcome to the crafting ant. Today I'm building a viv for my ants. But what is it? We all know that ants are sensitive for temperature changes. Some more than others. Our Carabera diversa have shown that they love a steady temperature. To ensure this in a bigger room can be hard. That is why more and more ant keepers make or buy cabinets to control the temperature better. There is a debate going on about the name for it. Mostly it's called a viv, short for vivarium. A vivarium is an area usually enclosed for keeping and raising animals or plants for observation or research. Vivarium is Latin for place of life. But this description also fits an ant nest or setup. If you want to read more on this, I'll put the link in the description. The way I see it, a viv is a cabinet where you control the environment, light and temperature for the whole cabinet, and the humidity for every setup that you place inside. Here are some examples. This is the viv from YouTuber and friend Holleufer. Here he raises his ants. The black squares in the back are heat mats, and the white box above is the controller. These are the beautiful vivs of Rene and Sian. As you can see, their vivs are stacked. Ants, spiders and a scorpion all have their space. You can see the temperature controllers in the two upper left corners. These leaf cutters are the perfect example of ants that greatly benefit from this viv. Thanks to Holleufer, Rene and Sian for letting me use these pictures. Their links will be in the description. Give them a like and a follow. With the coming winter, my ant room will be a lot cooler. So instead of heating my whole room, I started looking for a viv. But in true crafting style, I did not want to buy one. I wanted to build something to my liking. This became the wish list. A normal looking cabinet that has to have several shelves, no dividers so we can heat everything, and sliding doors with glass. And then of course we add the heating and lighting ourselves. And where do you look for a cabinet? IKEA of course. And the vivs was bought. But there was one problem. The cabinet had a divider in the middle. But we can fix that. I started by throwing away the manual and putting up the sides. Then shortened the middle board, placed the top, and after that it was time for the shelves. Next up is heating. Let's split it up in two parts, controller and source. For the controller you mainly have two types, on-off or a dimmer. On-off works like this. You set two values, a top and a bottom. When the sensor reads the bottom value or lower, it turns on the power. When it reaches the top value, it switches the power off. The pros are that they are cheap and work with all heat sources. The cons, well, they are not very steady. Then you have the dimmer. You set a value and the dimmer gives power when it drops below that value. But the further away from the set value, the more power it sends out. The pros are that they are steady and most energy efficient. The cons, not all devices like to be dimmed. For heat sources, the most used are heat cables and heat mats. Heat cables are great for heating small areas of the nest, but take longer to heat up. Heat mats give out more power over a small area and heat up faster. That is why most use heat mats in vivs. So I followed along with two big 20 watt heat mats in the bottom of the viv. And for now they are controlled by an on-off controller. But in the future this will change. For finishing I made some 3D printed edges, placed lights for every shelf, and the viv is done. This is how it's looking now. Here is a quick overview of the cost of the Viv. With a total of €182.50, I'm pretty happy. Upgrades that I still want to make are insulating the back and having a better temperature controller. I hope you enjoyed the video. Remember, when building, do things safe. Ask for help from professionals. If you have questions, put them in the comments or join our Discord. We also have an idea section in the server. If you have an idea and I think it's good enough to make, you get a copy for free. And of course, like, subscribe and hit the bell icon. Thank you for watching and see you next week at the Crafting Ant.